really quick, guys, I want to take a moment to welcome everyone on tonight's masterclass. I believe this is going to be a dynamic one. I get the opportunity to get my friend Dawn on the line. I reached out to her before. She was extremely busy, so she wasn't even able to do it. But you guys know me. I'm that person who like to ask again. You know, the answer will always be no if I don't ask. So I don't know if you guys know Les Brown, but Mr. Butterball, he used to go ask Mr. Butterball for that job every single day until the answer became yes. So you say, hey, Mr. Butterball, we ready for this job? Like, no, kid. Hey, Mr. Butterball, you think you're ready today? He said, maybe somebody might have died. He said, no, kid. Hey, Mr. Butterball, you ready for the job? Don't ever come back. And then he said one more day, hey, Mr. Butterball, you ready for the job? And he said, go get me some coffee. So with that being said, I asked Dawn for the first time. I knew she was extremely busy, but I figured, a year went by, and it's worth me asking her one more time. So without further ado, I want to introduce such a dynamic entrepreneur. I know and believe she will be left in the record books as one of the most amazing entrepreneurs all around the world, but she's going to inspire and encourage so many African-American young ladies and men to believe that they too can reach any goal, any dream. She's in pitch competition with some of the most talented entrepreneurs around the world. Her thinking abilities is insane. So just for her to be able to come here, really, guys, and share, a moment of her time, I just want to express my gratitude, Dawn, and just let you know I'm grateful and appreciative. And now that I got this intro out of the way, let's get going. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I need to have you do my PR. You done pump me up so good. I just have you be my hype man. And
hey, it's real. It ain't it's not like I was sitting here saying some foolishness. Is all real. So I just want to thank you for the energy you putting out in the world. Your journey is inspiring and encouraging. And I know for sure just some of the gems you'll be able to share with our fellow entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs on the call. I'm sure it can push them and just give them some tangible strategy that they too can use to get them where they got to go. So in front of me, I actually have one of Dawn's products that I purchased flat out. Dawn was in Essence Festival at, I believe, was it for Walmart?
Yeah, we're in the Walmart Supplier Diversity Marketplace.
Yeah, so, I had the support. And for you guys who don't know what Flat Outs is, she's probably going to explain. And I got a pair for somebody, too, because we bought two pair. Actually, I think they both too big for my fiance, but I just got to hold on to a pair. I'm sorry, Dawn. Let me just do the shameless plug.
No, I love this. Thank you.
So, guys, generally, I know you ladies, for all our ladies here, we go to the clubs, and the first thing y'all want to get out of when you leave that club or any type of event is your what? Your shoes, right? So Dawn said, hey, how about I create a product? She's probably going to really explain it, but she created her own product where you can literally leave out of that club, pull your flat outs out of your bag or your box in that case, because it comes with a bag. So, and literally just roll them right on your feet and you're comfortable again. Super quality, amazing shoes. And I think it's something that all of our ladies definitely want to support. In addition to that, bam, I bought my lady the black pair too. I'm so upset she can't fit either of them on her tiny feet, but I'm going to just buy more. Here we go, the black pair. But anyway, Dawn, how did this come about, right? And just your entrepreneur journey. I know you've been at this for a while, so give us a couple minutes about who Dawn is and how you came up with not only this, but solutions vending.
Okay, well, again, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
The idea for Flat Out of Heels came when I was out one night and my feet hurt in heels, and I was living in Miami. And I thought to myself, I wish there was a vending machine that I can get some flats in because my feet hurt so bad. Like, it was just really that simple. And I thought it was a good idea. Of course, it didn't exist. It wasn't available to me in Miami at the time. And I was like, maybe I should really look into this because I'm sure I'm not the only person that experiences this pain point. So when I went the next day looking online to see if there was a product like the one that I was looking for, I didn't see anything that met my particular need. I saw some cheap, flimsy type of flats that were sold in drugstores, but that wasn't exactly what I wanted. I wanted something more durable, upscale, still affordable, but just that was a better quality of fabric in a product. So I didn't see it, and I decided I'm just going to start it on my own.
Mm.
And, you know, it definitely sounds easy. It was not, it wasn't that easy, but it also wasn't that hard as people may think. It was back in 2011. And I just went to Alibaba, and this is when Alibaba was just getting started. So it's not what it is today. But, and I just, you know, went and looking for suppliers that can make shoes and make flats, and found one in China. I found like 4, and I had them send me different product samples. And I decided to go with, you know, the one that I liked the best, that had the best fabrics. And then I just started learning more about sourcing fabrics and how to import, export, the different things that go along with that. And then I wrote a business plan and a deck. So I started the business, got the idea in February 2011. I officially started the business in April 5th, 2011. And within the first month, I raised about $10,000 from just my close network to like get the legal things done, to get the prototypes made of the product. All the while, the idea was to sell flats and vending machines. So at the same time, I was looking for a shoe supplier, manufacturer. Then I was looking for someone to build a custom vending machine for me. And that's a whole nother crazy journey. But just to summarize that, I couldn't find anyone. I contracted with a company I found on Alibaba that's in Spain that takes old cigarette machines and can restructure them to sell different products. So I paid them like $12,000 to make me 2 vending machines for my flats. When the machines got to the US, they didn't work. I mean, they didn't do anything. They just lit up. Like, they literally did not dispense any product, and there was no electrical work done to make the credit card reader communicate with the machine in order to dispense a product. So literally, I just had machines that just lit up. And so after that, you know, losing all that money and going through what I went through, I decided to start my own company that made custom vending machines so that I could have more control over the manufacturing process of my vending machines. And so that's Solutions Vending actually started as shoe vending. It was very narrow focus, building shoe vending machines for me. And then after I built those, I found someone in the UK that would help me and be my partner. So we partnered up, and he built the machines for me, and they worked. And I placed them in several locations to do a test to see if women would even go for this and what people's response would be. All the while, I'm selling shoes online, flat outs online, in stores. I'm trying to condense like 6 years into like 5 minutes. And the vending machines were selling well, but I realized that I wasn't able to collect data about my customers or from my customers. I wasn't able to send them emails, send them receipts. I wasn't able to understand who was shopping with me. So I decided that I was going to change my business to provide software solutions, and change the name to Solutions Vending because it was just easy. But now I'm actually about to go through a rebrand, so it's going to be a whole different name in the next year or so. But now we're building software to make micro markets, kiosks, and vending machines intelligent through data and analytics. So we're like the Shopify for vending. That's the closest thing I could describe it as. So I have 2 companies at the same time, and they're totally separate now. And flat out, you know, we're just really selling shoes online and in some boutiques now, kind of waiting for the vending process to be ready while I'm building the software. And I'm in Techstars, which is a technology accelerator program, really building out my software business and building out my team. So being CEO of 2 companies at once is really hard and really crazy. But that's how it happened. I never intended to have 2 companies. It just happened.
Gotcha. So so first off, it just says, guys, you got to readjust. Like, when one thing doesn't work, you may have to do another, as well as just adjust. Everything she just said was about adjusting and really executing, because the thing, Dawn, a lot of people come up with ideas. Ideas are amazing, but they're only good if they're used, right? So I do want to just applaud you for using it. And I want to jump to a money question really quickly for some people so they can have a little strategy. Roll the 10K. What would be some tangible tips to help somebody raise 10K for their pre-launch or their product or for their business. Like, I'm just starting, Dawn. I need $10,000 in order for me to get to the next level. I need $10,000 to produce this product. I need $10,000 to open my first boutique. What are some tangible tips that you would be like, look, I think you should start with A, if they're tangible, or if they're, I don't know if you can number them, but if you got any that you would like to share, let us know.
Yeah, so now, I mean, I got the money from my friends, from my network, and I know everyone does not have like friends I can just write them checks for 10, 20, 30, 50, $90,000, the way that I was really fortunate to have friends who could do that. But it was only because I was, an entrepreneur for many years before these businesses. So I've been an entrepreneur 16 years. And so I've had other businesses, and people believed in me and have, faith and confidence that they could invest and they were going to get their money back. So what I would do now, there's so many more resources that are out there where you can get capital for your business. The first thing, of course, I would do is write a business plan. The business plan is not for anyone else but you, because investors don't read business plans. They only read decks and executive summaries. Executive summary is 1-page overview of your business. And then, of course, the deck, which generally should be no more than 10 to 12 pages with key points hit about your market, how you're going to make money, who your customer is, and things like that. So I can give more details about that later if you want. So this, for you to really understand how you're going to monetize this and what your total market is. So there's a total addressable market with any business, and that's how many customers that you can reach of your market. So I could say, there's 7 million vending machines in the United States, but those are not all of my total addressable market. So my market is more around 600,000 of those 7 million. So it's important to figure out, like, of every potential customer, which ones can you actually work with, and what are you going to charge them, and how are you going to make money from that? Then you have to at least have an understanding of how you're going to repay people, or how you're going to generate revenue in the terms that you're going to take investment. So back then, I didn't know what I know now. So I didn't know anything about convertible notes, and I didn't know anything about safe notes, which are ways that you can, people can essentially loan you money. A convertible note, they can loan you money. You can put a term on it. So let's say it's 24 months. And at the end of that 24 months, that loan either converts to debt or equity. So for instance, I have convertible notes that are out there that 8% equity, or it can convert, 8% interest, or can convert to equity. So what that means is they really don't lose, because either they get their money back with interest, or they get a percentage of the business at the value that it is in 2 years, which means for the investor, their money's been working for 2 years. And so instead of them getting what your business is worth now, which isn't much because it just started, they will get what your business is worth in 2 years. And that's more attractive to them, because if you're scaling it right, if you're growing it right, it should be worth a lot more in 2 years. So I would definitely recommend that, and not just giving out equity in your business. I would definitely recommend, a loan convertible note. Also, crowdfunding is a great tool. People, I feel like, have abused it a lot lately, but there's still some really great ways to raise money if you have a good product. I know people are still raising money on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, which means that they're buying your product in advance, and they're kind of investing into the development of your product. If you don't have any money or any products and don't really know, you're not even ready for Kickstarter yet, I would definitely encourage everyone to do whatever you need to do to get your credit in a place where you can get loans. And there's a lot of great places, not banks, because banks are terrible, but there's other sources that you can get money from. Like there's my brain just blanked out. Prosper. There's a lot of peer lending. So if you just Google like peer lending, I just had a blank, but there's several peer lending sites where it's really easy to get money from those sites if you have a pretty decent credit score. There's also pitch competitions. There's a website called f6s.com, the letter F, the number 6, the letter S.com, and it's a comprehensive global listing of pitch competitions, business competitions, accelerator programs. Accelerators are programs that are ran by usually venture capital investors, and they invest in your business, and then you work with them to accelerate it. They put their resources behind you. An incubator is similar to that, but they don't invest. So that they're incubating you. They're maybe giving you free office space and free resources and tools. They're incubating you to grow like you would like a baby in an incubator that's growing, but they don't give you money. So that's the difference between accelerator and incubator. And there's a lot of those out there. So I would definitely recommend applying for an accelerator and incubator because they'll help you to build your business. I also recommend contacting your local chapter of SCORE, just the way it sounds, SCORE. Almost every city has a SCORE. And what they do, it's funded by the SBA, Small Business Administration. And what they do is just provide free resources and mentorship to small business owners of all kinds. So it doesn't have to be a technology startup. You could literally have a cupcake store or, any type of small business, free accounting, free marketing. Anything that you need help with, they will give you someone to help you, and it's free. So those would be the places that I start, that I would start now. If you don't have, someone that can just, a network of people that can give you capital.
Let me ask you, how would you suggest, that was good too, Dawn. Thank you for all that information. I got a whole page of notes just off of that alone. And guys, even if some of us aren't to this point, convertible notes, just understand that when you get here, you're going to be like, oh, that's what Dawn was talking about. I'm ready for that now. So make sure we just utilize this information. And when you do pitch competitions, is it generally you win and with no strings attached, or I want equity with that as well, or what?
Yeah, the great thing about pitch competitions are they are free money. I've won, I think, about $80,000 of free money, and that's just free. It's just there's a check. Good luck. So that's always the best route, if you could do that. But they're very, they're hard, and it's you definitely have to know your business inside and out. If you're thinking about doing pitch competitions, definitely go out there and study, go on the internet and look at pitches done by companies that were in Techstars or Y Combinator. These are some of the best companies and startups in the world. And so looking at them pitch will help you understand how your slides should look and how you should pitch. I judge a lot of pitch competitions now that I really no longer participate in them lately. I will again, but not lately, not probably since last year.
Got you.
And it's really people hear me?
I can hear you, Dawn.
Okay, can you hear me?
Or not?
Okay, good. I was just saying that because you're breaking up now, really don't understand the pitch and what the slide should be. And a slide deck for a pitch competition should have very little words. It's something you get up and just talk about your business. And, normally you could I've done pitch competitions that are 2 minutes long up to, usually it's 2 to 5 minutes that you get to give an overview of your business. And I have several of my pitches that I've done that are online, but, like I said, looking up Techstars or Y Combinator pitches, these are some of the best companies in the world.
Gotcha. Good. Where on YouTube we could just look up your pitches under your name?
Yeah. So my YouTube channel is youtube.com/Dawn Dickson. And I have a few on there. Okay. Flat Out of Heels may have a few on there, /Flat Out of Heels. And then I'm sure, like I said, you can see others on there as well from other companies. So
one of the keys to really winning is just really, like you say, knowing your stuff, knowing that business.
Knowing your stuff. Being confident, knowing your business, not reading off of cards, not reading off of slides, just hitting those key points that they want to know, which that's a whole nother conversation about what you actually say in the pitch and what you actually say in the deck. But studying those things and it's, there's so many more resources out there than there were when I started my businesses. So literally everything you can want or need is out there right now, just on Google. F6S, Gust. These are I'll give you some names, which this may be too much, but just places to look at to understand, how to really structure your business is going to F6S for competitions, going to GUST.com, going to AngelList, which is angel.co. These are great websites to look at how documents should look and how your business should be set up. And because these are the people that are getting money. So when I was trying to get money, I'm like, okay, what are the people who are getting money doing? And that's where they are. And just go look at what they're doing. And I would just do that.
I heard the term, and I live by it.
I'll type them in here.
I heard the term, I live by it. It's okay to be a copycat if you copy the right cat. So when you literally using that information to learn, because a lot of us go out here trying to recreate, when sometimes we just need to go look and see someone who went before us who was successful. So I'm happy you said that. What I want to do really quick, guys, if one of our members or guests have a question for Dawn, you can unmute yourself and ask that question now. I literally got a page of notes here. And Dawn, we're going to probably two more questions then let you get out of here.
Okay. No problem.
What, Chani?
I couldn't really hear I don't know if it was my connection, but the connection sounded really, really bad.
We're going to type it in the browser.
Okay.
I'm just typing everything in there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Anybody got a question? If you have a question, be sure to ask it.
I'm just typing some things and putting it into the window really quick.
Okay, cool.
For you.
Hey guys, while we got an expert on, you better get your questions answered. I can call her or reach out and get my question answered, but I can't get the one that's in your brain answered. So
yeah, I mean, really, you can ask anything.
And it's just entrepreneur period. It don't have to only be funding because she's a terrific entrepreneur. So,
hi Dawn, how are you? This is Gabrielle.
Hi Gabrielle.
I'm a self-published author. I'm just starting out. Could you give me some advice on how I could, I guess, go out and get funding for my business? Is that even an option as an author?
For a book? I mean, yeah. I think what I've seen done, which I'm definitely not an expert in that area, but what I've seen done is people selling ebooks, maybe releasing the first chapter for free, and then getting people to purchase the rest, but really promoting your book, promoting the first chapter, the first few pages to create a buzz around it, the content, and then having them buy it. And then instead of putting it out as a hard copy, put it out as an ebook first. My friend, to raise money for his startup, he wrote an ebook, and he wrote an ebook, put a little bit of money into SEO, which, to drive it. And he was #1 in the Amazon store, and he was making money every day off of an ebook.
Wow.
So I think, it's okay to start small, just start. So if you have aspirations to publish a book, and I've had friends who self-publish, so maybe you should get on here one day and interview and talk about how to self-publish. But starting out, with electronic, which is very low overhead, is a great way to start to build. Also, what I would do if I were you was
too, Dawn, already.
What did you say?
I said she has one now. She's probably also how to further get funding or get brand awareness, maybe.
So then, I mean, I don't want to say that I'm an expert because I don't know. Then, since you already have done this, but to get people to buy your book, I would definitely pre-sell it in that way. I think that there are some resources for people that are trying to raise money as an author. I just don't know. But I think if you look, really dig deep, maybe go on Reddit, Reddit, there's answers to almost anything you can think of on there.
Okay.
Just put that in the chat also.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Good job, G. And one more question, guys. Also, how can people support Flat Outs?
So we're flatoutofheels.com. I'm gonna put that in there too. And we're at Flat Out of Heels on all social media. And then my other business is Solutions Vending, and I'll put that on there too, solutionsvending.com. com. And then if you think of anything else that you want to ask me later, then you can reach me on, I always answer LinkedIn. That's the best place. So I'll put that on there too.
So you mentioned something, Dawn, really quick. You said, hey, I have friends that I can reach out. And I know a lot of this was built off of years and years of just building relationships and being in the space. But I'm this new entrepreneur. I'm looking at certain events I need to be attending. Where do I find these events? Or, of course, this is probably
everything's on F6S. I mean,
okay.
every entrepreneur event, pitch competition, accelerator, incubator, like everything you can think of is on there. And then also Meetup. Download the Meetup app, and there's people that are meeting up that do whatever your interests are. They could be anything, you know. It's on Meetup.
Gotcha. And that's something I have yet to utilize either one of them. And I go everywhere. So I'm happy you added those.
Meetup is really good.
Thank you for those resources.
Meetup. Every city I go to, you know, I move a lot, and I'll go on Meetup to just see where people are, what they're doing, what type of events are going on. Even I'm vegan, so I'm like looking on a vegan Meetup, like where's the restaurants at? You know, so anything you need in any city is there.
Good. All right, guys, one more question for Dawn, and I'm gonna let her roll out. I'm gonna ask her one final, let her get back to her day. Please ask one if you're on here. Don't miss out.
I'm gonna put some more stuff in there.
Hi, Dawn. My name is Cherise. How are you?
Hi, Cherise. I'm great. How are you doing?
All right. I have a question. Well, what I do is I actually make handbags from scratch, and I also came up with an idea. It's already in the market. I just added like a creative touch to it. I'm able to do my own prototype because I sew,
Nice.
but I'm just trying to figure out how can I start the step to getting it out there.
I mean, the step one is making your prototype and putting it out there and getting feedback for it. In the step.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, no, what I was saying, now I have got feedback from it, and a lot of people, well, not a lot, because I only showed a few people, and they said that it's a great idea. The only thing is, do I have to go through the steps of getting it patent first? Because it's not out there. It's not out there, and
it's a handbag. So would it be a design patent? So patents are expensive and hard to defend.
Okay.
I have a patent pending. I've spent at least $15,000 so far. So I wouldn't recommend jumping out with a patent. Also, if you get a patent and Louis Vuitton decides they're going to do it, you're not going to be able to fight them and win. You can't defend it. That's the thing about patents. Most small businesses cannot defend the patent in court. So what I would focus on is starting to sell them. You know, proof of concept is sales. If people are saying it's a great idea, all right, cool, we'll buy one, order one. And since it's custom handmade, they need to understand it takes some time. So it may take them however long it takes for you to sew it to get that bag and just start selling them. And that's step two, get some sales.
Okay. And Cherise, just to clarify, is this thing you're creating a bag, or is this like a whole nother type of invention? Is there an improvement on a bag? I know I don't want you don't have to say what it is, but just so we're clear. Hello?
I think because she froze because I couldn't see her anymore.
Hello. Is she here? Or she might have missed out on that one. That's fine then. All right, cool. So, and final, Dawn, let's see, because I want you to get back to your day.
I mean, my thing is just like, I just want to say anything that you want to do, it doesn't matter that it's already in the market. You know, it's really nothing new under the sun. It's very rare that somebody comes up with something that nobody else has done. Just get it out there and prove there's a market for what you're doing and start selling it. Before you even try to get an investor, sell it. Get some customers. You know, people get so focused on getting investors. Customers are what you want. So go out there and sell it. And if it's only a few, like if you say, all right, I was able to sell 5, but now I know people want it, so I can sell 50 if I have this. Like, figure out your formula. You know, my first flat outs that I put out, they're nothing like the ones I sell today. Nothing is the same. The bag is different. The shoes are different. The soles are different. The fabric is different. The boxes are different. The logo, everything. But I just started, and it wasn't my best product. Like, nobody starts with their best product. Put out whatever you can put out. It's called an MVP. It's called a minimum viable product. There's a book called The Lean Startup Methodology. Read that book. It's putting out the minimum viable product. What is the minimum thing you can put in the market to validate that what you are creating is something that people want? Because we get caught up on making things that we think are good and that we think we want, and then you make the wrong thing. And nobody wants it but you. You want to be able to create what customers want. So just get something out there and start. You can always change. You can always change it around.
That's good.
Just get out there.
Can I just say something? Can I just say something, Dawn? Is there any way I can contact you afterwards? Because my phone completely just shut off and I had to jump back on. So I kind of missed a lot.
Yeah, I just put my LinkedIn on there, and that's the best way because I always answer it.
Okay.
So looking at chat box, Sharice.
And then a lot of things in the chat box.
Y'all better copy and paste this chat box. It's official. So Dawn, I'm gonna let you go. What other books are you reading, or would you suggest? I know you just said The Lean Startup. What else you got?
I will also read Delivering Happiness by Tony Hsieh. I'm typing this in there. I would read
like that. I just finished that one like a few months back.
Display of Power by Damon John. And The Power Broker is really good. Really good.
I heard that. Because it really teach you how to be resourceful when you plan with less.
Yeah, and so these are both by him. Okay, this might be another book that was great for me as I grew was called The Hard Things by Hard Things by Ben Horowitz. It's about really when you're going to grow a larger organization, but you always are going to deal with hard things. Gotcha. And so it's good to be prepared and know that, like, no matter what you're going through, it's not unique. Someone has been through everything that you're going through, the most extreme things, and it just kind of helps prepare you and talk about what to do when some of these things come up.
That's good. Finally, what are you listening to? Do you listen to any podcasts or anything that continually keep you motivated? Anything like that you listen to?
I am a big audiobook person, so I don't really do podcasts. I never got into podcasts, but right now I just finished actually Black Privilege by Charlemagne the God. I thought that was a good book. I think it's good for people to hear just in general. And I'm just re-listening to the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Just have to just have it in my mind, just to put it back into my brain. Yep. Another really great book that I read by Tim Ferriss.
Yeah, I like that.
The 4-Hour Work Week.
Yeah.
It's really good because it's really about freedom. And then if you want to learn how to manage, there's a book called Virtual Freedom by Decker. What's his last name? Something Decker. I want to say that book really helped me to learn how to manage virtual employees and build an organization, because Flat Out is a virtual organization. We don't have an office. Solutions Vending does, but Flat Out, everybody's remote. I have workers overseas. Like, I could go anywhere in the world and run it. And this book taught me how to do that. And I put it in there, Virtual Freedom. The last name of the author is Decker. Gotcha. Can't remember the first name.
I'm gonna buy that.
So
tonight.
It's amazing. There's a new book that I just bought, 15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership. I haven't read that yet, but I buy books every week. I definitely don't get around to reading all of them.
They said the average CEO reads 60 books a year.
Yeah, I don't believe that, because when do they have time? But I'll tell you, I graze that many books. Like, I'm a speed reader, and I put my Audible on like 2.0, so it's reading really fast.
Yeah, I heard that. So, that's the best way.
I try to just like dump information into my brain, and then I take notes in my notepad, and then the things that I want to pull out, I just take those. And then let me think about fundraising. What book can I give you guys about fundraising? Hold on a minute. Let me just see. Oh, this is a really good one. This will help you understand everything. If you ever want to go to this level, it's called Venture Deals, and it's by Jason Mendelson, and I'll write this down, and Brad Feld. And I really want to see more of us build highly scalable businesses. So that's really what I'm about. Like, I don't ever want anyone to think small. You just don't have to. Just think big. I mean, what's the worst that can happen by having the biggest goal possible? Nothing can go wrong by having the biggest goal possible. So I really, when you're thinking about your being an author, or when you're thinking about selling your, unique handbags, I mean, shoot to be the best-selling author in the world. Shoot to be the best-selling handbags. Like, why not? And so when you're thinking about those things, find out the people who are currently doing the best stuff in the world, follow their path. They've laid it out. They've made all the mistakes for you so you can see what they did wrong and just don't do what they did. And that's what I do. I just look what everybody else did wrong and right and, try to learn from it. Yeah, exactly. Why not? So
listen to me, Dawn. I got a page of notes and a bunch of reading. You gave us enough resources and books to keep us busy for 6 months alone.
Well,
but I'm going to be on Meetup. I'm going to make sure I utilize that. I'll be coming to LA soon, so make sure I contact you when I get there if you're going to be there. But once again, Dawn, I don't want to hold you any longer. I know you and your little lady's going out to the movies, but I just want to say thank you for adding value to us, and we truly appreciate it. For all of our ladies on here, let's definitely make sure we're following Dawn on social media as well as supporting her business, guys. Flatoutofheels.com. Because again, you're going to wear heels and you're going to be tired once you leave whatever place you're at. So you need to pop these out and pop them on. So make sure you guys get some. But Dawn, thank you for your value you added to us today. We truly here at Circle of Greatness appreciate it. And we look forward to just continuing to build with you. And lastly, guys, last time I had a conversation with Dawn, we was like in New Orleans, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to do something. I'm going to sell this company probably for a few mil and keep it moving. But these are thoughts, guys. This is how we got to start thinking about our businesses, like she's saying. I'm just going to sell that for a few mil, keep it moving. That's how y'all are millionaire business owners. Like, we're all creators and we can have whatever we want, but it all starts in our mind, guys. So like Dawn said, the biggest takeaway outside of all of those resources is we deserve to think big and we deserve to create scalable businesses just like anyone else does. So, Dawn, thank you for your time.
No, thanks for having me. And I would love to be back again and maybe get deeper into some of these topics, like how to pitch or how to prepare an executive summary or how to prepare a pitch deck. Because I would like to give out really focused information, because I know I gave you a whole bunch of things, but
I like that how to pitch though. We're gonna set that up. I think that's good.
Okay, good. I would love to do that.
We'll do a webinar or something like that where we can do it up for everybody, make it big.
Yeah, I think we should, because I really, a lot of times I'll go to pitch competitions and us Black people, I want us to do better. I think it's just we don't know, so I want us to be like, we already got the charisma, we already have the showmanship, we already have the confidence. We just got to get the words right. It's a vocabulary that we need to be aware of. So, let me know how I can help.
Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate you adding value. Please enjoy the movies, and thank you for your time, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Thank you, Dawn. See ya. So, guys, that was an awesome call, man. I really got some great value out of that call, and I'm sure that you did too, man. She gave us a lot of gems. I'm definitely on Meetup. I'm going to go check what we can do here in Philly with Meetup, as well as f6s.com. I think that's a viable resource that I never even heard of, as well as the multiple books that she mentioned. For those who are interested in the 4-hour work week, you can get that you can Google it. It'll come up for free. For those who are digital readers, as well as 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, that will probably come up for free as well. For all of the other books, you may just have to go pick those up. And again, guys, if we're going to pick them up, let's make sure we're reading them. Just don't be picking it up just to pick it up, because then we're just utilizing money that we could have put towards something else. Also, we can go to Alibris.com for affordable books. Alibris.com for cheap books. I buy all my books used, only for like $1. So yeah, but other than that, guys, man, let's really enter this week with direction. let's enter this week with knowing specifically our goals and our tasks that we need to accomplish. It's not enough just to start this week and be like, yo, I'll figure this week out as it go. No, we need to know now. We need to know now specifically what tasks and what goals we need to be accomplishing, right? So I appreciate you all. I hope you all had a phenomenal call. I hope you got some value out of it. And if anybody can share one thing that you plan on implementing from what you got out of this call, please do so now. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you all, man. I'm excited about everything that's continuing to happen in each of our lives, especially those who are executing.
I really like the chapter of SCORE resource for free legal stuff. I actually had a meeting today with a couple of people because I'm implementing SPA parties. So collabing with people and setting up that legal documentation is like important for me right now.
That's good. That's good. Also, check out that site, Rocket Lawyer. That's something we got a subscription to. They got a bunch of different documents on that you can utilize. And I think Travis' sister has worked with a company as well that helps you with that. But definitely check out that SCORE because that may be free. You always want to use free if it's going to benefit, especially if they're going to produce what we need produced. Who's next? Anybody next? We don't got to all go at one time.
I think the SCORE is going to be something I'm going to plug into. And actually, as she was talking, was looking online, and it popped right up using my location on the phone. So I know I struggle with kind of feeling isolated out here and not really knowing where to plug into, people who are doing the same thing. But that and just making sure I stay connected. I actually joined, I think Davita sent for the Alignable. So I plugged in and I'm working on I actually have my profile almost done for that. So I think what she was saying about just networking and, plugging into the resources, which, I already knew, but it's different to apply it, so that's something
that's everything. It's just that application. Also, I want you to look up Spaces & Co. I'm not sure if you was on the call when we had Ashley on. She owns Spaces & Co. She has a lot of different entrepreneur type events at her spot in Cleveland, Spaces & Co.
Yeah, I believe, was that a couple months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on that call.
Okay, cool. But be sure to check her page out just to see what she got going on at the space.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for being here. Who's next, guys?
Neil, can you hear me?
Leo.
What's up, bro?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I'm actually gonna utilize this meetup app because I'm part of a lot of different genres of businesses, and I really don't I know a bunch of people that do the things that I do, but I guess I'm be able to use Meetup as more of a focus, so I can go to more like real estate or small bit or more targeted. Yeah,
that's good. Let me know how I work out for you.
Yeah, I got you.
Appreciate you, brother. How's Florida? You still out Florida?
No, I'm back. You
enjoyed yourself?
Oh, I had a ball. Definitely some relaxation.
Yeah, happy to hear that, brother.